Sean.
You're good.
Okay. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Monday, October 4th, 2021 Policies and Priorities Committee meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for added items. Councillor Ryan.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I would like to add Operation Capital Projects update under reports number 3.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I believe Mayor Majiska had an item.
Yes, I'd like to add an AHS update and on COVID restrictions.
Can we put that under 7.1 then, Your Worship?
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect place for it.
Thank you. Councillor Overwater.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I would like to add under a closed section, under FOIT, section 27, privileged information, please.
Section 27. Thank you. Any added item, any further added items from our administration? Seeing none, I would accept a motion to adopt the agenda as amended for today. Councillor Blatz.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I move that we adopt the meeting for the Policies and Priorities Committee meeting for October 4th as amended.
Thank you very much. So we're adopting the agenda as amended. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. And I would like to report that Councillor Thompson is not able to be with us today and has sent his regrets. Okay, moving on to the adoption of the previous minutes. Motion to accept the minutes of September the 7th. Councillor Ryan.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I move that we adopt the minutes from the September 7th, 2021 prior Policies and Priorities Committee meeting as presented.
Any errors or omissions? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? The motion is carried. We are moving down to the reports. We do have a verbal update in reference to Operations Capital Projects. Director Linderman.
Thank you. And so Director Wagstaff has submitted a formal report, which will be placed in the minutes, but today I will just highlight a few areas. So wayfinding, all signage is in place. There were 7 signs constructed this year, 6 were vehicle and 1 civic identifier at the Operations Center. Highway 27 and 70th Ave, the milling of the highway was completed last week. Next steps are paving the widening area, pouring the concrete median, and pouring of concrete pilings for the signal lights. Overall, the project is going well, aside from the weather, as the project has experienced some rain delays, and the project is on budget and still on schedule for an October completion. And then we have 68th Street and the Roundabout. The detour road is still in effect. All deep utility construction has been completed under 68th Street. Concrete medians are to be poured the first week of October with anticipation for paving shortly after the long weekend. This project is on budget, slightly behind schedule as well due to weather delays. They have been able to make up some of the delayed time with extra crew coming to site, and it is expected to be complete near the end of October. And then Rotary Athletic Park, the signage. So just an update on the permanent signage. The backstop signage are on special order, so they are on order at this time. The frame for the main sign by the washroom is in storage at the Operations Center and will be installed in the fall. And 3 outfield signs are still also to be installed. completed when the back signs are done.
Oh, okay, thank you. Any questions to Director Linderman in reference to the update? Councillor Ryan.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor Harper. I just wanted to ask, and I'm probably sure you won't be able to answer this, Sheena, but I know that we had the North Reservoir relining, and in our minutes from last month, we said it was complete, but then I noticed that some of the roads are still like just dirt graveled up from where they had crossed the road with doing that work. And I'm wondering if we know at all, maybe we can find out from Ben, since Doug is away, whether or not that when they're going to get to repaving all of that section. I noticed it was on 52nd Street for sure.
Okay, and this is in regards to the sanitary relining?
Yeah, I believe it was, yeah.
Yep, I can follow up on that for sure.
Thank you.
I do have one question in reference to the 68th Street, where the roundabout is. So the deep service is the stormwater and what other services that have gone into that new road. Was that a developer as well as town funded project?
Yes, there is developer pay on that section.
Okay, thank you. Any further questions? Seeing none, I'd accept a motion to accept the presentation for information. Mayor Majewska.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I move that we accept the verbal operations and capital budget updates as presented.
Thank you very much. All in favor? Thank you. And just assurances that the actual report will be part of the minutes, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The motion is carried. Down to presentations and delegations. I Love Old's photo contest winners. Director Linderman, would you like to introduce our Heritage Advisor?
Yes, definitely. We have Michelle Jorgensen here today to present this.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alrighty. I'm just waiting for our host to allow me to put my video on. Maybe there's a good reason why I can't put it on, but it says the host will start my video once it's been disabled. Oh, host has disabled it. Okay, well, in the meantime, I am very pleased to be here today. Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor Harper, Mayor Muzichka, council members, and everyone in attendance today. I'm hoping that nope. I'm hoping that we'll be able to see our guests on camera here.
Michelle, I've asked you to start your video, but there's two of you in the meeting here, so I don't know which is. There you go.
Me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks so much, Sean. I'm here to introduce the photo contest winners for the 2021 I Love Olds photo contest. We have with us Cheryl Pearson, who photographed the beautiful Centennial. Wetlands Beauty was by Leona Megley, and Alicia Webb is also with us. Her photo was Summer Breeze. So thank you, ladies, for joining us today. And I know that council will want to chat with you. Now I put together photos of the winners and their canvas prints. I believe that Marcy is pulling that up for us so we can see it all together there. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Marcy.
They look absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Michelle. And congratulations to our award winners in I Love Olds photo contest. I see we have Leona, Alicia, and Cheryl. I think Cheryl is on somewhere online, is she not? I see Rosie.
I believe she is here. Her
She's
camera's
under Rosie.
Oh, okay. So we look forward to having prints of these photos in some of our town buildings. And like I say, congratulations to you all. They were beautiful photos. If anybody else would like to add something, Councillor Overwater.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Maybe each one of them would like to give a little bit of a why they thought that was, why they love olds and that particular print, what caught their eye about that.
Sure. I see Leona's top on my screen, so perhaps Leona, you could unmute yourself and talk a little bit about your photo.
Sure.
Sorry, could we bring the photo up while she's speaking about it? Is that possible? Yeah, thanks.
Yes, I've lived in Olds for more than 15 years now, and it is a beautiful, beautiful town. So I was just walking through the wetlands and thought, this view is too good to not take a picture of. So that's what happened.
Well, you caught it at the right time of the year for sure, Leona.
It's beautiful in there.
Yeah.
Yes. And I see Alicia online and I can see your picture, Alicia, and I recognize the street. It's very familiar to me. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the photo and when you took it.
Hi, I took it about a year ago and it was from College Way Street. I lived right down there and I just thought it was beautiful and I had to take a picture of it. And I feel like it shows old.
Yes, it certainly does of our historic area in East Olds. It certainly does that.
Yes.
And of
Thank
course we
you.
have Cheryl, she's, I think, online somewhere. I just don't see her name in that.
She's under Rosie.
Oh, okay, Rosie.
She was here, but she is not on the participant list anymore, so I don't know what happened actually, and she's not in the waiting room either.
Oh, okay. Well, we do certainly recognize the scene of springtime summer in Centennial Park. So once again, congratulations to all the winners and thank you for contributing to I Love Olds photo contest. Look forward to seeing more of your pictures in the coming years. Councillor Overwater.
I think Councillor Blatz was ahead.
Oh, sorry. Councillor Blatz.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper, and thank you, Marianne. I just think that we need to add congratulations to the winners, but also to thank all of the people who have participated in the I Love Olds program and all of the people who submitted, or individuals that submitted photographs. Upon reviewing them all, there was great photos of Olds and area, and it was very difficult to kind of narrow it down to 3, I must say. In my mind, you're all winners and you all deserve accolades for the work and the photos that you submitted. Thank you so much.
Okay, Councillor Overwater.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Possibly Ms. Jorgensen could talk about maybe a bit about the town will be framing those, will they, Ms. Jorgensen? And they'll be hung up somewhere in some of our buildings. Is that the protocol now?
Yes, the winners were into the office on Friday and signed the duplicate canvases of their photos that were printed so that we can proudly display those canvases in our op center is where they're off to now. We have a lot of walls just looking for some beautiful artwork to be hung on them. So this is really helping us out that way. So thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'd accept a motion from a member of council.
Oh, I can. Sure.
Okay, I'll go to Councillor Blatz this time.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I would like to move that we, make the right one, accept and thank excuse me, let me start over here as I stutter and stammer. I move that we accept these photos and thank all of the recipients and all of the winners and all of the people. Goodness sakes, I don't know what's the matter with me. Pardon me. Let me try this again. First of all, I want to say we accept the winners and the photos that have been provided for us, and thank everyone who participated in this for submitting photos to the I Love Olds contest. And thank you so much. Does that make sense? Jeepers.
I'm sure Marcy will get it together for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Councillor Ryan, do you have something different to add?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Councillor Blatz, and thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all to everybody who participated in this. It's a great contest. Going through all these photos is such a difficult choice to choose winners and losers. And to me, there is no losers. They're all great art pieces of artwork that were presented to us. And I just want to encourage people to keep shooting photos and let's see what comes up next year. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
do have a motion on the table. All in favor? Any opposed? None is opposed. Thank you very much to our photographers for presenting and to all of the people who submitted. Motion has been carried and we'll go from there. Thank you. So do we have any business arising from the minutes? Councillor Ryan.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor Harper. I have just one quick question, and that was on when we did the talk about our policies last time, or what was it? Was it a bylaw with regards to the council budgets? And I'm just wondering, since we decided that we were going to get something in early, we should probably set up a meeting with council to discuss our budget to get something into our Director of Finance.
Oh, okay. So Director of Finance, Ms. Linderman.
I am open to whenever you guys are available to meet.
Okay, what was the deadline that you were looking at again for that policy?
I believe the policy said October 1st, but
Okay, so we're past that.
we passed it late anyways, so we're good.
Okay, so something maybe we should be doing this week.
Can someone send out a doodle poll?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. And so the direction is Ms. Linderman will send out a doodle poll for an appropriate date. All right, any other items that are business arising from the minutes? Seeing none, no bylaws, new business 7.1 update, Alberta Health Services, Mayor Majiska, myself, and Councillor Blatz did have a conversation, teleconference with Alberta Health Services on Friday. Mayor Majiska.
Okay, so we're getting a lot of feedback, at least into my office, and I believe the CAO has fielded quite a few questions and concerns about the implementation of the REP program at our facilities. So we were getting reports that a number of other municipalities around Alberta had chosen not to implement the REP program and go a little bit different directions. So we wanted clarity on how and who, what, where, when, why, I guess, that was being able to be accomplished. So as part of the letter that we wrote to AHS with a number of concerns about these programs and costs surrounding the added workload on our employees and so forth, we did get a contact from AHS to sit and get some clarity. So that's the meeting that Deputy Mayor Harper is alluding to. So throughout that, we did determine how these, because my concern was, and I'm not going to name municipalities, but a few of these municipalities had AJHL hockey teams and so forth, who were, to the best of our knowledge, required to have the rep program in place. So AHS clarified that individual users at our facilities can choose to opt in if the town has decided not to opt into the REP. So programs like the Olds Grizzlies can still have it as long as they are sectioned off and have a separate entrance into their area and can monitor and make sure that vaccine passports are checked. And so it is possible for us to have both happening at our sportsplex and one at the pool or aquaplex or our aqua center would have to be one or the other. But I wanted council to understand that this is a possibility. And my suggestion, I think, would be to get rid of the rep program at the sportsplex and allow the Grizzlies to operate under the rep program when they have game days. And this would eliminate any the perceived discrimination that the old town of Olds, although it's not the town of Olds' decision, it's the province of Alberta that has done this to us. We're in between a rock and a hard place either way we go, but I think it may alleviate some of the problems that we're having with some people feeling that they're being discriminated against. So I'll turn it back to Deputy Mayor Harper.
Actually, Councillor Blatz was first, so I'll let you.
Well, no, this is your meeting, so I'm done with my report. So
okay, thank you very much.
I'll let you go.
Councillor Blatz.
But I want to remind you also that he did, the AHS representative did allude to the fact that they would have to have their own separate entrance and their own bathroom facilities. And being that the arena only has one main bathroom facility, the entire arena, that would ensure that other places would not be, the other user groups would not be allowed to use that facility. So because it has to be, all of that had to be sanctioned off. No, I wrote those remarks down, Your Worship. I did. And so, I mean, this is something that definitely I think council should have a look at and get some absolute clarity on it and determine what would be allowed and what would not be allowed. Because I don't think that we need to start deviating from this program until we have actually all the facts in front of us and the determinations.
Councillor Overwater.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Okay, so I'm sensing there's a bit of a disagreement between Mayor Majishka and Councillor Blatz as to what actually happened at that meeting. So I'm confused myself now. So going forward, somebody needs to give me black and white clarity as to what we're going to do so that we all are on the same page and we're all saying the same thing to our residents, because I don't want to be out there saying one thing and somebody else contradicts me and then we all start, embarrassing ourselves because we don't know what's going on. So somebody better be giving me some total clarity.
Well, that's why I suggested that we make sure we have actually all these facts in front of us from AHS and have total clarity on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to have my 2 cents worth before Mayor Majishka comes into the picture again. My understanding as well was if there still is not clarity from Alberta Health, that's been the whole problem. Is there is not clarity. You have this public health order or you have this public health order, and it takes, it's all full of lawyerese is what I'm going to use the words. And so it's not very clear. It's not distinct. The one point that I got out of it as well as part of that meeting is that if a decision to go away from the REP program,
Mhm.
then the concession at the arena would have to be shut down, period. No, there has to be a way for them to eat out. You can't order food and then make sure people leave the building. They would have to leave the building. Merriman just is saying no, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. It is.
When,
And
when
there's
the
other items as well.
When the Grizzlies put the REP program in place for their game days, the main doors going into the main arena would be the checkpoint, and they can take their food in there and eat it there. That was what the gentleman said. Yes, it was.
Yes, he did say
Yeah.
that, Michael,
Yes,
but
he
he
did.
also said that under the other option, there
Yeah.
could be no in dining if we
Oh,
go with
true
the.
enough. True enough.
And the other thing too
Absolutely.
that we have to bear in mind that they would have to do the same program then for the Olds Broncos. And then if we did that, then we would have no adult usage for our arena, which would mean our beer leagues per se would not be allowed to play. And there again, then are we going to run into the discrimination?
So we also.
So I think we need to get clarity. I think we need to have a letter from AHS to state exactly what our options are and that are very clear.
Okay.
Very clear.
We can reach out to our newly found contact at
Yeah.
AHS. Director Linderman, you have that contact information. I believe. Well, we have emails, so you can certainly write an email to him and clarify everything we talked about on.
Councillor Ryan, Councillor Ryan has a question.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Should we not be going to the teams and finding out their thoughts on this, because they're the ones who are actually going into the arena and playing, and also the adult leagues, and seeing how they feel about if we change this, then they wouldn't be able to play. So it would be good to me to have some engagement with them, to just a quick phone call and say, okay, what's your thoughts? Because we're going to be doing if we do a 90-degree turnaround on this, I think that they would have some comments to make. So please, let's just not just jump into this. I agree that we need to get clarification from AHS, but we also should talk to our users.
Yeah, and we do also have to recognize that whether one municipality or two municipalities, and even the town of Olds does a, I guess, 180 turn. It doesn't mean that once hockey season gets underway, mom and dad who are taking 10 or 12-year-old Johnny or Sally to a hockey game in Medicine Hat, Alberta, they're still going to have their places in place, their REP program in place. So
but that's
there
not
we go.
Old, so I'm more worried about our own backyard, not everybody else's backyard.
But you're comparing other communities and municipalities, your worship.
Anyways,
I believe that we should go back and get clarity.
Okay, I can certainly do that. I did speak with Gary Gaudette, business manager at the Grizzlies this morning. He's happy either way, whether the checkpoint is at the front door of the entire building, or the checkpoint is where they take tickets going into the main ice surface. Makes no difference to him. They're still implementing and under AJHL rules are compliant. So it makes no difference to him either way. I've talked 3 or 4 times to the president of Olds Minor Hockey. He's of the thinking of us that it's a discriminatory practice to do that. So he would like to see, I think anyway, I need to speak to him a little bit more about the concession stand. I haven't talked to him since our Friday meeting, but I will reach out to him. And then I don't know if we have a one contact person for all of the no-hit user groups. should be.
My understanding is each no-hit group signs their own contract with the town.
Yeah.
limits. That was my own.
Director
That's
Newman, that's correct.
I believe so. I would look to Michelle Larocque though to see.
They do, yes.
Thank you. So we have 15, 20 different contracts for no-hit, or however many teams there are.
Correct. And each individual booking is done with a contract as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's a lot of contracts in a year.
Mhm.
Okay.
Councillor Overwater has a question.
Okay, before we decide to make any sort of changes, I want to see a letter from AHS
Yeah.
that all of council is going to see. I have 3 people here that had a meeting with AHS right now, and I'm almost getting different opinions on what was said there. So I want something in black and white before I make any sort of decision as to the change in what we do with our facilities. So
I concur.
whoever is going to do that, I suggest you get on to it ASAP. Today is Monday, I believe it's Monday. And I suggest we don't change anything until we get black and white, because as Councillor Blatz has stated, we can, possibly make changes here, but they could go down the road. These parents traveling who knows where, some of our teams travel to Lethbridge. These little guys are traveling down there. So parents are going to think that they can get in, they can't, I don't know. Somebody has to come down with some black and white rules, because I'm not willing to be the odd community out
No.
and go against protocols from AHS. So I don't know who's going to do that, but I suggest somebody gets on it now.
And I would
Just
also
looking for it on
strongly,
here.
I would strongly also suggest that we have it in writing from each individual user group so that we know what they're going to say
Yeah, I agree.
and how their feelings are.
Yes, Michelle Larocque.
I just wanted to add a little bit. When the Grizzlies are playing on game nights, the auxiliary ice is always booked, so that would pose a problem there. They also practice 5 to 6 days a week for 2 hours a practice, and we would run into conflict there as well. And that's just to add to the conversation.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle.
The message that we did all agree on Friday, Councillor Blatz, myself, and Mayor Majiska, was the fact that Alberta Health Services, the province of Alberta, needs to be perfectly clear. And unfortunately, they have provided an in and out and have forced municipalities to be in this position.
Yeah.
So, and that's very unfortunate. And we urge the government to actually be more concise in their
She froze.
messaging and more concise in their orders. Either do something to slow down this 4th wave and do it consistently across the province.
Yes.
Or not. But can't have both ways.
Yeah.
Because it's not working.
No, that's exactly what we
So
stated.
we were all consistent in that message to them, correct, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor Majiska?
Mhm.
So we'll accept this for information and direction that we want more concise information from Alberta Health Services in reference to the REP program or opting out. Councillor Blatz.
And I would strongly suggest that the mayor communicate very well with acting director of community services, Michelle Larocque, so that she's fully aware of what's going to, and acting CAO, Ms. Linderman too. So they're both very well aware of what the communications are. Because I think this is something that goes a lot deeper than just something what appears to be as simple. For certain things, we have it one way, and for, overall, we have it another way. I think we need to be definite in what we decide to do and make sure that we have communicated well with everyone.
Thank
None
you.
of us like this situation, not one of us. But the fact remains is this is the reality that Alberta's Health Services has downloaded onto all municipalities.
So, Director Linderman, do you feel that we need a motion for further direction on this?
I think we
Or-
should. I think we should have a motion.
Yeah.
And, okay, who would like to make that motion?
Well, I can.
Councillor Overwater.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. I directed administration to communicate with AHS via written and verbal as to the, how do you guys want me to say that? The restrictions?
Restrictions.
Current Alberta health orders.
Okay, current Alberta health orders, that we need more clarity and it should be consistent across the province. How does that sound?
Yes.
Yep,
You know
sounds
what,
good.
and possibly would that help if we CC'd our other communities? So that they're consistent,
Yes,
you know, if we sent it via AUMA to span out to AUMA's members.
even if we did it as a regional basis right now.
Mhm.
Well, regional and AUMA, I mean, if it goes AUMA, the regional people are getting it too, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ms. McKinnon, do you have the motion by
Sorry, Marcy.
Councillor Overwater?
Marcy?
She's left us.
Hi, no, I don't. I was going to get it back from the recording because it was quite
Oh,
late.
okay, yeah,
Oh,
thank you very much. I forgot that we're being recorded.
okay, thanks.
Okay, all in favor of the motion? Any opposed? The motion is carried. So we do have one in-camera session, closed session for today. And would you like to make a motion to go into closed session? And I have a verbiage to read out. When council goes into closed session meeting, attendees have two options for continued participation in the virtual council meeting. You may click on the leave meeting button and leave the meeting, and then watch our Town of Wolf's website and Facebook pages for live updates as to when council will return. Administration will post when the meeting will reconvene, and the meeting attendees are able to rejoin the virtual meeting at that time. Or you may stay online in the virtual meeting platform, and administration will move all meeting attendees into the meeting waiting room while council is in their closed session. Once council has returned, all meeting attendees in the waiting room will be brought back into the open meeting forum. So, motion to go into closed session. Councillor Overwater. Oh, sorry, Councillor Bennett. Can I go to Councillor Bennett?
Yes, definitely.
Councillor Bennett.
I move that we go into closed session at 1:43 PM,
Under section,
section 27 of FOIP.
and who would you like to have in the meeting room?
All of council. And I'm not sure because this was Councillor Overwater's addition.
Sure, it would be all of council and I think just Director Linderman, acting CAO Linderman.
Okay.
Do
Thank
you
you.
think
And
somebody
I
else?
just have had a note from our communications person, Ms. Leatherdale, that apparently Facebook is totally offline today.
Yeah, it is.
So therefore, I understand that we will post it on our website. Is that correct, Ms. Leatherdale?
Twitter is still working as well, so
Oh, what's still working?
Twitter is still working.
Oh, okay. for people who have Twitter.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So
that
we
feeds
will
to
be
our website
posting
as
it on
well.
our website.
Yep.
Correct?
Correct. It will be on the website.
Okay, so motion to go closed. All in favor?
Okay, you're good.
Thank you for your patience and welcome back to the open session of the PNP meeting today. We do have, do we have a rise and report from this? No. But Ms. Linderman does have an update in reference to Councillor Ryan's question in reference to the sanitary sewer relining project.
Yes, I was able to receive a bit of information on that. So on 52nd Street, that was not due to the sanitary relining project. That was an actual sanitary dig that happened. And I believe there's a certain timeline that they follow in filling that moving forward. So the sanitary relining though is complete. There are no areas left to be fixed or anything like that.
Yeah, Councillor Ryan.
Okay, thank you very much, Director Lindeman. What I'd like to know though would be like how long they're going to take, because it's been dug up for a little while. So if we could maybe get that information sent out to us and follow up with, I know Director Wagstaff is away, so maybe Mr. McPhee can let us know what's going on with that.
Yeah,
that would be great. Thank you.
Perhaps I can help a little bit in reference to that, Councillor Ryan. Normally what happens with street digs and projects like that that have to be repaved, the paving crews that are working on the various major road projects have an opportunity to repave in areas of town that were dug up previously. Is that correct, Ms. Linderman?
Yes, I believe that is how we.
And I think that's usually what happens.
Yeah, thank you, Deputy Mayor Harper. Just in this case, it's also going up into people's front properties too. So there's they're going to have to look at sidewalk and or a curb or curb in that area. So there's a little bit more than just the paving crew that will have to be done. Anyway, I just wanted to bring it up because somebody had asked me about it. So there you go.
Thank you. Mayor Majewski, you had a comment?
Yeah, the way I understood it from the past, asking similar questions, was that they wait until a big project or a whole bunch of multiple small projects to bring the paving company in once. That way it reduces costs. So it's actually a smart way to do it. So they'll wait. If there's just one little spot, they'll wait until there's something else to piggyback the paving crew coming into town.
And I do know that there's a number of sidewalks yet to be repaired, so I'm sure it's probably on the list as well. Anyways, there's no other rise and report as a result of the closed session. So thank you very much. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Mayor Majewski.
I move we adjourn.
Thank you very much. Thank you all to the staff for attending and to our public.